Welcome to Money Made Simple. Today, we're going to talk about a super sneaky financial trap, one that gets almost everybody who starts to earn a little bit more money. It's called lifestyle creep, and it's pretty much the main reason you can get a raise, see that bigger number on your paycheck, and then a month later, you're just wondering where it all went. So let's break down how this invisible force works and how you can take back control.
Does this sound familiar? You look at an old payslip from a few years ago, and you think, wow, I was living on that. I make so much more now. But then you check your bank account, and you're still waiting for that next payday, you're still not saving what you thought you would, and you still kind of feel like you're one surprise expense away from real trouble. So, what happened to all that extra cash?
So in this explainer, we're going to go on a little journey to figure this thing out. First, we'll nail down exactly what lifestyle creep is. Then we'll dive into the clever psychology that makes it so hard to spot. We'll look at the real damage it does, learn the warning signs to look for in our own lives, and most important, I'll walk you through 5 solid steps to fight back. And we'll wrap it all up by rethinking what it even means to be truly rich.
All right, so what is this invisible force that seems to just gobble up every single raise you get?
Well, to put it simply, lifestyle creep is just when your spending slowly and kind of automatically rises to meet your new higher income. And it's not about one big crazy purchase. It's about your definition of normal just quietly getting more and more expensive over time.
And you see it pop up in these small, everyday upgrades. You move to a slightly better apartment because, hey, you're moving anyway. You grab the newer phone model because the deals seem pretty good. You start ordering takeout a few more times a week because you're just tired. Each one of these feels totally reasonable on its own, right?
And this right here, this is the crucial point. It's not a single choice you make. It's the sum of hundreds of tiny, almost unnoticeable decisions that permanently jack up your monthly costs. A little bit here, a little bit there, and before you know it, your entire lifestyle costs thousands more per year.
And these small costs, they add up so fast. I mean, take subscriptions. The average American is spending over $1,400 a year on them. Just think about that. That's for everything. Streaming services, apps, gym memberships. Individually, they seem small, but you put them all together and they become this huge invisible tax on your income.
And you know what? Lifestyle creep has found a powerful new ally: these buy now, pay later services. As you can see from this chart, their usage is just exploding. These services let you break up a purchase into smaller, often interest-free payments, which makes it feel way cheaper than it actually is.
But that debt is very, very real. The average buy now, pay later user has borrowed over $3,800. It's the classic lifestyle creep trap. You spread the payments out so the purchase feels small and painless, but when you've got multiple plans running at once, you've suddenly created a huge monthly obligation you never even planned for.
Okay, so if this is so common, why don't we see it happening? Well, it turns out our own psychology is working against us, making it incredibly difficult to spot in the moment. This slide just perfectly illustrates the psychological trap at the heart of this whole thing. It's a concept called the hedonic treadmill. You work hard, you get the new car, and for a minute, you are absolutely ecstatic, just like the person on the left. You feel like, yes, I made it. But our brains are wired to adapt. A few months later, that thrill is gone. The new car is, well, it's just your car. It's become your new baseline, and you're right back where you started emotionally, just with a bigger car payment.
And then, of course, there's social comparison. We see our friends going on nicer trips, our coworkers getting new cars, our social media feeds are just full of beautiful kitchens. Our brain quietly registers all of this as the new normal, and so our spending slowly drifts upward to match. We're comparing our whole financial lives to the curated highlight reel of everyone else's.
So, this slow, sneaky process, it has real consequences. It builds a financial trap that can honestly keep you stuck for decades.
Research shows that for over half of people, the default reaction to getting a raise is to spend more. I mean, it's the most natural thing in the world. You have more, so you spend more. But this is the exact mechanism that keeps you running in place financially.
And this is the real cost of lifestyle creep. It creates 3 major problems that keep you stuck. First, your savings rate never improves. You tell yourself you'll save more when you earn more, but that day never actually comes because your expenses always catch up. Second, your financial stress stays high because you're still living on the edge, just with bigger numbers. And third, debt becomes a normal tool just to maintain your new, more expensive lifestyle.
So how do you know if this is happening to you right now? Let's just go through a point checklist of the most common red flags.
So let's do a quick check-in. Ask yourself, has your income gone up, but your savings account hasn't? Do you get a raise or a bonus and it just seems to vanish? And take a hard look at your fixed costs, your rent, your car payment, all those subscriptions. Are they eating up a huge chunk of your paycheck before you even get to spend anything? And maybe the biggest sign of all, when you look back at the last year, can you honestly say where all that extra money went?
Okay, the good news is you can absolutely fight back. And it's not about depriving yourself or living some miserable life. It's all about being intentional. So here are 5 practical steps you can take.
All right, here are the 5 key strategies. First, and this is a big one, you have to consciously decide what enough looks like for right now. That means setting a ceiling on your biggest expenses, like your apartment or your car, for the next few years. Second, create a simple rule for every single raise you get, splitting it between your goals and your lifestyle before you can spend it all. Third, be ruthless with your subscriptions. Do a full audit once a year and cancel anything you're not truly using. Fourth, and this is crucial, you have to intentionally create a gap between what you earn and what you spend. This buffer is your financial breathing room. And finally, be intentional with your luxuries. Instead of letting your whole life get more expensive, pick 1 or 2 things that truly matter to you and spend on those while keeping everything else lean.
Let's just look at step 2 in a bit more detail. Imagine you get a raise that gives you an extra $100 a month. Instead of just letting it get absorbed into your spending, you split it on purpose. Maybe $50 goes directly to savings, $30 goes to paying down debt faster, and you give yourself the last $20 to enjoy. This simple rule ensures every raise actually improves your financial health, not just your lifestyle.
Ultimately, beating lifestyle creep really requires a mental shift. It's about changing your whole definition of what it means to be financially successful.
See, there are 2 ways to be rich. The lifestyle creep version is all about looking rich. The bigger house, the fancier car, the latest stuff. But this often comes with high stress and a feeling of being trapped by your own expenses. But there's another version, feeling rich. And this is about having options, feeling less panic, having the freedom to make choices, and a real sense of calm security. That version of rich is built by controlling your lifestyle, not constantly upgrading it.
And it all starts with just internalizing this one simple, powerful thought. I don't have to upgrade everything just because my income went up. That realization, it gives you back all the power.
The real victory isn't having more stuff. It's when your paycheck finally feels bigger, calmer, and more under your control. That's how you win. Now, just a quick reminder that this is for educational purposes and is not personal financial advice. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Money Made Simple for more videos to help you take control of your finances. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.